Yeah, yeah, I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's, you know. Said I'm living my best life. Said I'm living my best life.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Random Opinions, Reaction, and Reviews. If you don't know who I am by now, you gotta get with the program.
Today I'm coming to do a review on the episode that aired today on General Hospital. Today's date is August 23rd, so let's go ahead and get into it.
So we start off with a scene with Carly knocking on Jax's suite door, and she comes in with breakfast, and he's like, oh, okay. So this woman, she starts off talking about wanting to know if he's found a permanent residence within Port Charles, and they get to talk about Josslyn. This woman gonna say, okay, since we're on the subject of Josslyn, what's going on between you and Lisa Obrecht? And Jax is like, what does that have to do with Josslyn? And so she says, well, Josslyn wanted to know what was going on, and I kind of wanted to know too, so spill. This man gonna say, I guess I have to wake her up so she could tell you what's going on, right? Carly's mouth dropped. She was flabbergasted. Like, it was so funny. That was a good prank, Jax. I will say that. Jax says, oh, well, Lisa Obrecht, she's a fascinating woman. We were following up with lunch after we did the whole softball game with ELQ. By the way, we won, and so we'll be playing Corinthos Coffee. And that was his way of trying to change the subject. And Carly's like, no, let's bring that back. Like, what's really going on? And he's like, oh, nothing, Carly. Like, she really just wanted to know about Sasha and what's going on with her. So then he changes the subject again. And Carly is like, you know what? It's unfortunate what's happening with Sasha. I really wanted her to be the one for Michael. I guess Sasha has a bunch of people with deep pockets willing to find out what's going on with her. She has Jax, she has the Quartermains, she has the Corinthoses, and don't forget Valentine and Nina. Like, these are all rich, powerful people that's willing to rally around her and figure out what's going on. Then freaking Carly brings up Hayden, like, spill with Hayden, what's going on? She mentioned that Hayden was more dangerous than Lisa Obrecht. Do you guys agree? Because I think Lisa is more lethal and dangerous than Hayden. Hayden has done like fraud and stuff like that, but and she's lied, but she's never really killed anybody that I know of. Lisa Obrecht is willing to kill to get what she wants, so I think Lisa is more dangerous. But I guess when Carly speaks of being dangerous, she's talking about the threat that Hayden posed to her family. Because remember, she lied to Drew about who he was when they thought he was Jason. I don't know, but she's definitely not more dangerous than Liesl. Anyway, like, look, we're just employees. Like, it's strictly business. And then he gets to talking to her about her pregnancy, wants to know what's going on. Carly says, look, I'm high risk, you already know this, it's nothing new. And she's pretty much BSing him, but he can see right through her. And he's like, well, you do know that if there is something going on, you can always talk to me. Then she brings up how Josslyn wants to drop out of school and she wants to be homeschooled. Jax thinks it's a good idea. He's like, look, I can take my baby around the world, we could travel, it'll be better for her not to go back to school because she has to deal with people her age, and they haven't gone through what she's gone through. So in a way, she's matured in a level that they haven't matured yet. And Carly is like, no, if we do this and pull her out of school, it'll be us rewarding her and letting her know it's okay to run away from your situations. Like, no, she has to stay there, face things head on to become a stronger person. So then Jax agrees, and what we'll do is she can go on vacation with you anytime, but this girl needs to be in school. And Jax even kids with her again, like, okay, that's all cool and dandy, but I think I'll have to let my sister wives know that. And Carly's like, look, Jax, stop playing. These two people she don't really even like that. So she's like, stop playing. But they did agree to stay out of each other's personal lives and all of that. Look, they did let each other know, like, look, I'm gonna always be there for you. We have scenes today between Joss and Cam, and Trina shows up. You know, Cameron's talking to Josslyn about Franco and just the debacle that has been made of his family and stuff. And Joss and Cam both decide they don't want to go to school. And Trina's like, hold on, y'all need to bring that back. Like, y'all gotta go to school. So Trina's doing her best to talk them out of it. And then Cameron jumps on board and he's like, you know what, you're right. So then he tries to convince Josslyn, and he kind of does it in a reverse way. Like, you know what, that Oscar kid, I never really liked him. We wasn't even that close, like, and he was lame. So maybe I'll do something lame this year, you know. And Joss is like, you know what, I see what you're trying to do here, but yeah, I think I'll give school a try. So it's good when you have friends in your corner ready and willing to, you know, do what it takes to make sure you're okay. I think Josslyn has stable friendships and she'll be able to make it in high school. I think her problem is that she don't want to move on from Oscar. That's the biggest problem. She's scared to move on. We have scenes between Jay Samuel. If you guys don't know who that is, that's Jason, Sam, and Danny. They are at the park. Danny is playing a game. Sam and Jason are picnicking, and they're eating and talking. And Sam is happy. She's like, you know what? We finally have a chance to kind of be sort of regular, and I'm loving this. And Jason is like, you know what? It feels good. We get to talking about Drew and how Drew went to Afghanistan, but then now he's going to look for Andre Maddox. Jason is like, look, if he finds Andre, how are they going to get Franco to go under this procedure? Because I know when I woke up as Jason Morgan, and nobody couldn't tell me different. I didn't want to be the Jason Quartermain, and if anybody tried to make me even turn back into that guy, I would have fought with everything I had. And Franco really believes that he's Drew, so he just doesn't know how they're going to convince him to go through with this procedure. Monica, she came to the park to see Danny play. These were nice scenes. It's just that I wish the scenes were kind of longer with Monica, because we already don't get a chance to see her enough, especially not in scenes with her children or her grandchildren. So I kind of wanted these scenes to be longer and them show us as viewers her at Danny's game and her socializing with Sam and Jason instead of, oh, I came to the game, bye. You know, whatever. Peter is on the phone with Shiloh, and Shiloh, I guess, is threatening him on the other end, like, look, you better get me out of this. And Peter's like, look, I got you. You just need to hold on. Like, this is a process. While he's getting off the phone, Robert shows up, and he's like, come over here, Heinrich, and let me speak to you. Let me spit some game to you for a little bit in your ear. He says, what were you doing at Penville? And Peter's like, look, you already know I was there to see Shiloh. Why don't we get to the point and you ask me why I was there? So then he BS's Robert with this whole story that he told Maxie, how Shiloh wanted to pitch his side of the story to the invader, and Robert ain't buying that. And he's like, you know what, if you get in the way of me prosecuting Shiloh, I will make sure I bring you up on obstruction of justice charges. It was clear after they met that Peter was still going to try to get Shiloh out of this. So it's like, dude, you're in a bad way. It's gonna come down, you know, you're gonna lose everything, and I'm just gonna cheer and laugh. I'm gonna laugh. You get what you deserve. Then we have scenes today between Finn, Monica, and Michael. Michael is upset. Like, look, you need to find out what's going on with my girlfriend. And he's yelling at Finn, and Monica had to calm him down. Like, look, pipe down a little bit. It's not Finn's fault. We all are doing our best to find out what's going on with Sasha. And Epiphany comes with the famous line, "This is a hospital." It was like, Michael, you need to calm down. We're doing what we have to do to make sure Sasha is okay, and you're disturbing the peace. And Michael apologizes to Finn and is like, you know what, we got a bunch of Quartermains, we got a bunch of people that's willing to find out what's wrong. It just sucks that we can't figure out what's going on. And Finn is like, look, I get your frustration, you just don't know. So then Michael goes in with Sasha. They're talking for a little while, and Sasha's like, you know what, this is probably my karma. What if this is all happening for a reason? What if I deserve this? And Michael's like, look, you're a good person. You don't deserve this. And Sasha says, you don't know what I've done. You know, and still, Sasha, there's been plenty of people in Port Charles that have done worse. Even Michael, who is a martyr, he killed his stepmother. You know, this man has committed murder. So if he can be a good person, turn his life around, you telling a little white lie is not gonna be detrimental to you in the end. And what I think the writers are doing is setting the stage for Peter's downfall with Maxie, and also setting the stage for Sasha's blooming relationship with Michael. I feel like this is what's going to keep Michael and Sasha involved with each other. Michael's gonna forgive her. That's my take. I just feel like the writers have made it possible for Michael to forgive Sasha once the secret comes out. I just don't see him leaving her at this point. I don't think that secret is too detrimental for their relationship. That's just me personally, you know. And I understand Michael doesn't like liars, but this lie doesn't really affect him personally. So we have scenes today with Ava and freaking Kiki. So I guess Ava was dreaming. I'm gonna just put that out there right now. She was dreaming that she was speaking to Kiki, and Kiki just lets her know, look, I cannot help you. You know, I'm dead. Because Ava really wanted to know what to do so that she could gain peace and give Kiki peace at the same time. And I hated how the writers kind of make it seem like Kiki never did anything wrong. Kiki did a bunch of stuff wrong. Like, she almost cheated on Morgan. Remember, she switched, like, she drugged Michael. Like, she switched his pills and made him appear drunk to get custody of Avery. She stole Ava's boyfriend. Like, and I get Ava stole Morgan from Kiki, but two wrongs don't make a right. And Kiki was not this martyr like the writers try to make her out to be. And I hated this scene because of that. Like, Kiki wasn't a goody two-shoes. She did messed up things too. But it was like, in Kiki's eyes, even when she was alive, at least I'm better than my mom. These scenes just made it seem like she felt the same way. It was like, Kiki, come on now, you know better. But maybe this was Ava's conscience talking to her through a dream, and this is not what Kiki actually thinks. I don't know what the writers are doing with this whole afterlife type thing, you know. And Kiki blames her for falling in love with Ryan, the person that killed her. And also, Ava was reading a lot of nasty comments about herself. People saying that, you know, whatever happened to Kiki should have happened to Ava instead, and they wish she dies alone. And Ava's like, you know what, Kiki, you got your wish. I'm alone. And she literally was alone in a hotel room with nobody. It's sad. Griffin is gone. That's the whole man she was fighting over. Kiki is dead. Franco don't remember. You know, she pushes Scott away every second she gets. Julian leaving. You know, she don't got nobody. It's sad. And then freaking Carly and Sonny are always trying to keep her away from Avery. Finn runs into Peter and Robert while he's on the phone with Anna. And he sits there. He also lets them know, like, Drew is on the way to find Andre Maddox and, you know, catching up. Peter heard this information, so he's taking that in, like, okay. And Finn pretty much eats on Robert's dime and gets a call from the hospital, and he jets off. And clearly there's bad results for Sasha. I don't know if she's gonna be dying, but then Heinrich Faison, and I'm gonna just call him that because he's acting a little bit Faison-ish. He pretty much calls somebody and tells them, look, make sure Drew does not find Andre Maddox. So I mean, that's all that happened on today's episodes. You guys let me know what were your highlights. I'm thinking that the writers are trying to either redeem Sasha or they're going to kill her off and bring in another love interest for Michael, particularly Willow, or either Maxie if the whole relationship with Maxie and Peter kind of just disintegrates, which I can only hope for.
Don't forget to like, leave some comments below on your thoughts, and subscribe, hit that button to receive notifications when I upload new videos so I can keep bringing you reviews or whatever you guys like to see.
I will see you guys later. Bye.
I finally made my mind, know that I can't go back broke. They saying that my time up, my back against the ropes. I hustle, got my grind, know that when I make the most. I had faith every night and I never lost no hope.